Zerglings into Zero's main, so he's going to see that Spire going down. He knows Zero is going for standard ZVZ. The Zerglings still running around. Magma moving some more Zerglings up to the north to try and support the ones he has behind Zero's lines, but I don't think he's going to get past the Zerglings at Zero's entrance. And it looks like, okay, it looks like Zero has cleaned up those Zerglings of Magma's, but that was certainly, Magma lost that battle with his Zerglings, but he knows that Zero is going for standard Zerg build, and they're both going for the same build. They're both getting the Spire, which is, you know, to be expected. So both players are going two-hatch Spire builds. We can expect to see Mutalisks out very quickly for both players. It looks like Magma's trying to get a few more attacks off, harass some drones, but it's not going to work with that sunken colony down. That sunken colony of Zeros is just going to shred Magma's Zerglings when they come into range. So Magma's going to be forced to back off with those Zerglings until his Mutalisks come out and can do more damage. This game is now progressing to mid-game Zerg, and mid-game Zerg, most ZVZ games end right here. It looks like a Mutalisk. Mutalisk's out for both players right now. Man, Magma moving his Zerglings south, as well as a Mutalisk, trying to harass that Overlord. 4 Mutalisks for Magma trying to take out that Overlord of Zero's. Zero moving some Mutalisks down to defend, but I don't think he has enough to take on those 4 Mutalisks of Magma's. Magma moving a group of Zerglings north, getting attacked by Zero's Mutalisks. 4 Mutalisks out for Zero. He's going to let those Zerglings go, but their days are numbered, and it looks like Magma's moving a group of Mutalisks north towards Zero's bases. So Zero is going to fall back and be prepared for this. Scourge out for for Magma as well. So Magma's going to look to scourge some of those Mutalisks of Zero. Zero moving in for an attack against Magma's Zerglings. One of Zero's Zerglings gets through. He's going to scout Magma's base. He's going to see that nothing unusual is happening. Magma attacking Zero's Overlord before going after... Oh! Are those Scourge and Magma's going to land? It doesn't look like it. Players with Scourge and Mutalisks everywhere. Looks like neither player is willing to commit at this point of the game, though. They know that they have to keep those Mutalisks alive. The first player to lose his group of Mutalisks will lose the game, and neither player is willing to commit either of those groups at this time. So both players are going to back off, defend their bases. It's so interesting. A lot of commentators and players really don't like watching Zerg versus Zerg, but I tend to find Zerg versus Zerg to be one of the most exciting matchups in all Pro StarCraft because of just the sheer mobility of all the forces and just how you really have to be in every place at once to be effective at ZVZ. It's really a fascinating game, and seeing these two players go at it, neither of these players are particularly good ZVZ players. Looks like Zero's going to get a few hits off on Magma's Overlord. There's Scourge going in! I don't know if those Scourge are going to hit! I'm not sure if that Scourge of Zero's managed to land on Magma's Mutalisk, but it looks like these players are still posturing. It's so hard to tell who's ahead at this point. Really, neither player is ahead until we can see just how many Mutalisks they have. But modern Zerg players are just so good at stacking those Mutalisks, so good at making it difficult to individually target them, and it'll be impossible to tell until both players finally decide to commit and one of them loses the battle, because whoever loses that decisive Mutalisk battle is going to lose the game. Oh, I don't know, unless you're Jaedong. Because if you're Jaedong, then you just, I don't know, come back and win with drones. I don't know. But it looks like both players going in for another battle here. Mutalisks trading volleys here. Scourge going down, none of them really landing. Zero hitting Magma's Zerglings there. Mutalisk going in for an attack. Both players are committing. Their Mutalisks are committing to this attack. This is going to decide the game right here. Scourge coming in on Zero's Mutalisks. I'm not sure. It's impossible to tell which player's ahead here. Magma and Zero trading bows. Oh, Scourge! Zero Scourge hit Magma's Mutalisk, and now Zero has Zerglings as well in Magma's base, harassing his drones. Magma GG's! Wow, the game is over. Magma has lost to Zero in Game 2 of the Group A MSL Round of 32. Great game of ZVZ from these two players. Magma probably, from what I understand, not playing his best, and Zero is going to move on to the winner's match where he will face Savior. And whereas Magma, poor Magma, is going to have to face Bisu in the losers match. And Bisu is going to have to beat 2 players in order to advance. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with these 2 players. Good game of StarCraft. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Vanel coming at you from the zone. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys later.
저구들이 심리적으로 엄청난 안정감을 가져다주면서 김명훈 선수에게 자신감이라는 나무를 확 심어놓게 된 것 같습니다. 그렇기 때문에 안정된 경기력 선보이면서 결국 승자전에 올라가서 마재우 선수와 대결을 하게 됐죠. 자, 과연 가장 높은 권한을 가지고 있던 김태경 선수는 이제 올라오려면 둘러 올라와야 됩니다. 과연 그렇지 않은 지명을 당한 마재우 선수와 김명훈 선수인데 어떤 선수가 가장 먼저 16강에 진출할지 잠시 후에 함께 해주시길 바랍니다.